Let's get something important because we already get to attack all of their Pokemon with our Spinning Fan, so we don't need Zigzagoon anymore. We actually get to call another basic. So let's call Tapu Koko. Do we have basic energies? No. So let's call Meowth instead. Or maybe attack the wound. Because they're not playing a high HP Pokemon. We can actually knock them out with Morpeko. Because Morpeko is 90 HP. They're gonna need Zigzagoon to knock out Morpeko with only one amazing search hit. Otherwise they're gonna need to hit twice for a Morpeko knockout. I don't know though. We can attack with our Luxray, but yeah, they can't knock us out. Like 100, they can't knock us out. So let's just I should have used Meowth, my bad. It's just a lot to think about this deck because it's like really difficult. Really difficult to play your Mustard, really difficult to prepare for that Mustard. You have to prepare for your second Mustard. Oh dear, they just did that. Ooh, that's bad. I did not prepare for that. So Scar Strike. 200 damage on our second turn, I think. I think it's the third turn. I'm not sure which turn this is. Turn 5. Okay, they're gonna use Cramorant later though. Let's just save that one. Because that's gonna be knocked out next turn anyway. Hey. Shit. Probably gonna use the Speed Shot for this one. Oh my gosh, so many mistakes. What's wrong with me? Okay, that's fine. Let's just Scar Strike. At least we knocked out a Victini VMAX. That's really good. Hello everybody, welcome back to Bearware the Terrible! Today we have a new deck in the standard format for you called the Mufasa's Adversary. So in this deck we have our Scar card Luxray from Battle Styles with the Scar Strike attack doing 200 damage if your opponent's active Pokemon has any damage counters on it already. So how do we damage counter it first? We have our Galarian Zigzagoon to place damage counters on it with our ability, and also our Spinning Fan attack from Pin Urchin Sword and Vivid Voltage, my bad. So Pin Urchin Vivid Voltage allows you to do 10 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon, but it is an attack and it is 1 lightning energy cost. It's okay because we are using all lightning energies in this deck. We have 3 speed energies and all 6 basic lightning energies. So lightning, this is a lightning deck, full lightning deck. We are not charging Galarian Zigzagoon. We are only charging our lightning Pokemons, but we can also be playing our Tinkly Return, which is a good GX attack to be using for this deck, for any deck. But this deck has no other GX attack, so we will be using this attack when it's necessary, you know? It's better to be using it at the right time because you only get to use 1 GX attack, as you guys probably already know. And we also have a Tapu Koko Prism Star to allow us to attach a basic energy card, basic lightning energy card to 2 of our bench Pokemon. But it only works once because it is a Prism Star card, and after using this ability you have to put it in the lost zone. So sometimes it might turn up in your prize card and you may not be able to use it at all in a game. So it might be better not to rely fully on your Tapu Koko Prism Star, but it is a good card to have in any lightning decks because it speeds up your energy chargement. So you charge up your Pokemons faster because it is 2 bench Pokemon that you get to attach energy from your discard pile. So that is quite, it is a powerful card, powerful ability, but if they have a Galarian Weezing, obviously all of your abilities will be destroyed. We are relying on our DD change to draw cards, and we only have our Mustard and Marnie to draw cards. So Mustard is the main supporter card for this deck. We only have 1 Marnie and we have 3 Pokegears to get out our Mustard. So how do we play our Mustard as fast as possible? Because this is Rapid Strike style Mustard, so it's a bit trickier than the Single Strike style. So Rapid Strike style allows you to only play this card same as Single Strike if it is the last card in your hand, but you can only summon a Pokemon from your discard pile. Any Rapid Strike Pokemon, but you have to put it, you can put it directly onto your bench, but it has to be from your discard pile. Whereas Single Strike style Mustard, you can search your deck for any for any single strike Pokemon and put it directly onto your bench. So it's kind of a different case, whereas with Rapid Strike style Mustard, you have to have that specific Rapid Strike card. For this deck, it is Luxray. We need to have our Luxray discarded to be able to play this card. For Single Strike style Mustard, you need to have that card, the card that you want to play in your bench, that you want to summon, in your deck. So if you have it in your hand or in your discard pile, you have to have a Pokecom to put it back into your deck, or you have to use a Rod to shuffle it back into your deck. So it is tricky in both ways, but I find this card trickier than the Single Strike, because Single Strike early on in the game you can use it because you're it's very unlikely for those the evolution cards that you want, that you need, to turn up in your hand already in the first few turns. So it's much more difficult to discard than to summon it from your deck, than to put it back into your deck, because you're likely to have more than one in your deck anyways. And by the time you use your first Single Strike style Mustard, you would still have a lot left in your deck. Even if you have discarded a lot from your hand, you have used a lot of DDGXs, even if some turns up in your hand, you're very much more likely for you to have still a few more of those cards that you need to summon with your Single Strike style Mustard. So what I'm trying to say is, this is a difficult card to play, and for you to play that card, you have to discard your Luxray very early on in the game. That is why we have 4 Evolution Intenses in this deck, and 2 Pokemon Communication, and 1 Great Ball. So there is no other way of summoning our Luxray with an item card. Obviously, you can use a Rapid Strike Search Octillery to be able to summon your Luxray card, because it is a Rapid Strike card, but we are not having a Octillery because it's a stage 1 and is it's just an extra space, way too much space. It's just gonna eat up too much space for this deck, so we don't want to be wasting that space. So we are playing instead a Jirachi. So Jirachi Stellar Wish allows us to draw out the right card so that we get to discard our hand until the last card remaining is our Rapid Strike style Mustard. And also Jirachi allows us to get out our Evolution Incense, any cards to draw out that Luxray. We don't have many of those cards, as I said. That is why we may need a Dideen and a Marnie to start with, because those cards allow us to draw out the right card so that we get to discard our Luxray before we are allowed to play this card. This Mustard card is very, very difficult. And that is why we also have Galarian Meowth, because Galarian Meowth allows us to discard 2 cards from our hand and search our deck for a Galarian Berserker. We don't have Berserkers in this deck, but it's fine. It still allows you to use the ability even though you don't have the evolution card for Galarian Meowth. So you get to discard 2 cards from your hand per turn. If you scoop up your Meowth, you get to use the ability once more. That means you get to discard 4 cards from your hand per turn if you have a Scoop Up Net, or if you have 2 Galarian Meowths in play. Scoop Up Net is obviously mainly used for Galarian Zigzagoon and our Jirachi, because Jirachi needs to retreat, but sometimes you may need to use it for your Galarian Meowth just to summon very early on your Luxray. If you can summon within your first or second turn, it's better to do it in your first turn. But if you can't, then later on. If you can do it in your first turn already, then do it with a Scoop Up Net. Waste that Scoop Up Net. It's fine, because you have to summon it as fast as you can. That is the golden rule for this deck. The best strategy is to summon Luxray as fast as you can, then charge it up. Worry about charging it up later. We have experience shares to charge it up later. We have 4 experience shares in this deck, 4 Mustards, all in 4s. 2 Electromagnetic Radar and 2 Galarian Meowth. So initially I had 4 Electromagnetic Radars, but I switched to 2 Galarian Meowths, because Meowth allows you to discard every turn, whereas Electromagnetic Radar, it is an item card. That means you only get to use it once and you don't get to recycle that card. It is not even a support card. You don't get to use Cynthia Caitlyn to recycle it. You don't get to use Eldegoss V to recycle it. We don't even have those cards in this deck anyways, but it is not recyclable. That's what I'm trying to say. And we also have our escape ropes, switches, and scoop up nets. 1 escape rope, 2 switch, and 4 scoop up nets to switch our Jirachi from the active spot to reuse its ability, or to reuse any other abilities, Zigzagoon and Galarian Meowth. Obviously, we can't reuse our Tapu Koko Prism Star and DD Change, but we can still reuse the right cards. So we also add a special card in this deck, Morpeko, Attack the Wound. So Attack the Wound is a strong attack. It does 60 damage. If your opponent has already any damage counters on it, it does 60 damage for only 1 lightning energy cost. So It is not a lot, but it does a lot at the end, at the what do you call it, at the final stage of the game, when you've already stricken them, when you have already struck them with your Scar Strike with 200 damage, and they're already damaged with those few little damage counters that you place on them with your I can't remember the ability, Headbutt Tantrum. With your Headbutt Tantrum and your Spinning Fan, then you can add those extra damage with your Attack the Wound for the knockout. So Attack the Wound is a strong card. All one price cards here. We are playing Luxray, our one price card. Pin Urchin, Galarian Zigzagoon. Obviously, the DNGX is a 2 price, but we can't do anything about that. And we have Jirachi, Meowth, and Tapu Koko. Everything is 1 price. So this is how strong this deck is. If anything gets knocked out, they only draw 1 price card unless they play an ADP. Obviously, if you're up against an ADP, this deck has a very low chance of winning. I'm sorry to say, but it just has a really low chance of winning because it does only a max of 200 damage. For 2 energies, that is just not a good deal. This is actually really it's quite a weak card, to be honest, unless you pair it with the right Rapid Strike cards. I can't make a good deck with those Rapid Strike combos. I just don't like it. You can obviously have your Octillery, you can have any other Rapid Strike cards, good Rapid Strike cards that you can boost this card with, so that you get to attack constantly and faster with this card. But I don't like to have Octillery, as I said, because Octillery doesn't allow you the space to use your Mustard. It doesn't allow you the space to use your the abilities that lets you discard your hand, because Mustard is a difficult card. Mustard, you need to fit so many other cards to make this one card alone work. So for this card to work, you cannot have your Octillery. If you're playing Octillery, you're gonna have rare candies. You're gonna have to think about evolving this stage by stage or with a rare candy. You cannot summon it with a Mustard unless you're like a genius or something. Because I just can't find it. I just can't find a way to make it work. And then Jirachi also eats up a lot of space because we need those spaces for our switch cards, our Scoop Up Nets. We also need the Dingy Axis and Tapu Koko Prism Star. So I don't think Octillery is a good card to have in this deck unless you're smart enough to find the exact right pair for that card. So that is all for this deck list. We also have 3 speed energies to speed up our draw. Speed energy is good, but it does not allow you to recycle it. What do I mean by that? Means experience share does not work if you have a speed energy attached to your Pokemon, active Pokemon that gets knocked out. Speed energy cannot be reattached to your Luxray if it has an experience share, and it cannot also be reattached with your Tapu Koko Prism Star. The Dance of Ancients ability does not work for special energy cards. That's why we only have 3. Initially I had 4, but we only have 3 now because, you know, special energy is just not a good deal. Because we are relying on basic energy cards for our abilities to work. So that is why we have a lot of basic energies in this deck. We have no way of summoning those energies, so we are gonna have to rely on draws here. We're gonna have to rely on Mustard to draw out the right cards, the DNGX to draw out the right cards. That is why if they play a Galarian Weezing, we are basically screwed. So Weezing is horrible for us because we have so much abilities. We have Jirachi. Jirachi is the stellar ability in this deck. If we don't have Stellar Wish, we are done for, because Stellar Wish is the only way we can summon our Rapid Strike style Mustard, the discard cards, you know, the cards to allow us to empty our hands so that Mustard becomes the last one remaining and we get to play to summon our Luxray. So, you know, if we don't have Jirachi, we can't summon our Luxray, we can't do it fast enough, and we are gonna lose the game. So if we can't summon our Luxray yet, the golden rule is to play your Morpeko first. Morpeko does a lot of damage and it's fast because it's only 1 energy cost, and you get to damage them easily with your Galarian Zigzagoon. We have 4 quick balls in this deck, so we don't need to worry about how to summon our Galarian Zigzagoon. We have 2 Pokemon Communications and also 1 Great Ball. Not a lot, but you know, it's enough. And we also have 3 Gears here and 1 Marnie. Marnie allows us to shuffle, put it back onto our deck. Put it at the bottom of our deck, but it allows us to put our cards in our hand back into the deck, because we don't want to be discarding sometimes. Sometimes we have way too many energy cards in our hand, and if we discard all of them, then we can't attach from our hand. Then, you know, that would be horrible because we have no way other than Tapu Koko Prism Star to reattach from our discard pile. So sometimes we may need to use Marty to save our hand, because we might even have way too many Jirachis, or sorry, way too many supporter cards, way too many Mustards, for example. If you have way too many Mustards in your hand, then you're gonna have to discard all 4. That is ridiculous. That's not good, because you're gonna need some later, you know, obviously. If you have mustards in your hand and no way of discarding those cards, obviously. If you have all 4 mustards and you can't play a Galarian Meowth, you can't do anything but a Dedenne GX, then Marnie actually helps you save those cards. So that is all for the explanation. I'm going on too long here. So today's music will be from Free Music Wave, no copyright music. So today's style is vocal style. We're featuring a lot of vocal music from a lot of artists, different artists, but it's from the same channel, Free Music Wave. If you want to check out their music, go ahead. They feature really good music, and it's free. You get to use them in your videos as well. So, but you gotta check though. Make sure it's no copyright, otherwise it's not free. So let's go ahead for a game with our Mufasa's Adversary deck. So, let me just charge my stuff first. I'm still focusing on the game. No worries. Okay, not focusing anymore. Okay, Tails. Nope. So even though we are playing only 5 supporter cards in this deck, it's good to go second because you never know. You may be lucky enough because we have Jirachis, we have Gears. So you may be lucky enough to play your Mustard in your first turn already. We even have a Luxray and a Meowth, so we get to discard it already. So first thing you need to do for this deck is to discard your Luxray, then get out your Mustard. Obviously, to play it in your first turn, to play a Mustard in your first turn is a amazing feat, I would say, because you have to discard your Luxray and use a Mustard, and no, discard the Luxray and empty your hand. So that's ridiculously difficult. We don't have a Jirachi, so that's actually quite bad. We may need to use a Dedenne here. But, you know, I don't like to use my Pokecom for a Dedenne, but we may have no choice actually. Because if we use it for a Dedenne, we can't discard Luxray anymore. If only that was a Quick Ball. If it was a Quick Ball, we get to summon Dedenne and discard that Luxray. Or an Electromagnetic Radar. Radar also allows you to get your Dedenne GX, by the way. Obviously, you guys probably already know that. So they may be playing a Victini VMAX. Spreading Flames from Sword and Shield. They have a Cramoran as well. Or maybe a Cramoran VMAX, you never know. No special energy though. Maybe a Welder Cramoran VMAX. You've never seen that before. Usually they play Porygon Z Cramoran VMAX, like the standard one. So let's see if we get a Marnie or something. Oh, we actually got our Mustard. Ridiculous. Oh my god. That is ridiculous. Okay, we gotta think here. We really have to think here. No point using... We can actually use a Scoop on that. Oh, we can actually use that one as well. Hold on. Okay, how many can we discard? We can discard like... Alright, I think I got it now. So let's just... Oh, we can actually switch as well. Oh, that's ridiculous. You know what? Let's just discard those. There's no point using the Pokecom. I wanted to use the Pokecom for fun, but I guess there's just no point. If we Scoop Up, we get to discard again. So let's switch Scoop Up. Because if we Scoop Up first, then we're gonna have to switch to our Galarian Meowth, then we can't do anything. Because Galarian Meowth is 2 energy retreat cost, so it's a very bad card to be stuck in your active spot. We don't want that, but we do have our switch cards. We don't want to be wasting our switch cards though, because we have very few of those. We need our... We don't need that. Don't we need that? Oh my god. We actually need our... What's the word I'm looking for here? We actually need our... Not Galarian Zigzagoon. Our experience share, right. So let's get another one. Just get another one. Discard everything. We might need that though. Oh, we have another one. What are we worried about? We have Zigzagoons anyways, so... Oh, we can actually use Zigzagoon now. Okay, no experience share, that's bad. So attack the wound allows us to do double the damage because we are lightning type and they are actually weak towards lightning, bird type. There we go. Twice the damage, 120 for 1 energy, and it's a basic Pokemon. That's madness. So they're pretty much panicking, I suppose. But you never know. Within 1 turn you can do a lot of stuff. So they're already evolving Victini VMAX, Welder, and they can actually knock us out. 100 damage only though. They can't do 220 because we're not playing VMAXs. It only works for V cards. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a V. So if you're a V card, then they get to do 220. But we are only playing GXs here, so they only get to do 100 with their max victory. What's the first attack? Spreading Flames as well. Oh wow. Oh, I forgot about that. The first attack is Spreading Flames. So they're using Spreading Flames now. Ah, what's wrong with that thing? Okay. Okay, we got a lightning energy. That's really speed energy. My bad. Still no... Oh, we just discarded Luxray. Oh shit. That was actually silly. We should have saved one so that we get to use Pokecom. Now we don't get to use Pokecom. Let me just check. Just in case. Yep, no Pokemon cards. So at least we get to attack it still. This is actually pretty bad. Oh, we can actually Pokemon now. Oh. Should we? Nah, let's just not. I don't know though. We can attack with our Luxray, but yeah, they can't knock us out. Like 100, they can't knock us out. So let's just I should have used Meowth, my bad. There's just a lot to think about this deck because it's like really difficult. Really difficult to play your mustard, really difficult to prepare for that mustard. You have to prepare for your second mustard. Oh dear, they just did that. Ooh, that's bad. I did not prepare for that. So we need 240. I'm gonna put my Zigzagoon, Tingle Return for 1 extra turn, paralyze them. Oh, we got a DD and that's good. Which am I gonna put though? Let's just Tingle Return. We can't knock it out anyways with our Luxray. If we get a Prism Star and a Scoop Up Net, no. Oh, we got one. We might not have it in our deck though. Should we discard that or that? Okay, good. Wait. Is there a basic one? Yep, we have 3 basics. Oh, we just discarded 3. My bad. Bad memory. We just discarded 2 or 3 from our hand. So we get to attach to both Dedenne and Luxray. Oh, we actually get to do Tingly Return this turn. That's very lucky. So, and we get to scoop up. Oh shit, I should have used Jirachi first. Darn it. Could have get my second mustard. Darn it. Should have think first. Oh well. They're paralyzed, they can't attack our Jirachi anyways. Let's just do that first. Oh, wait. Should we paralyze them? I don't think we should paralyze them. Oh my goodness! I didn't attach my experience share. What's wrong with me? Ah! Okay, they can't knock us out, so let's hope they don't do something crazy. They could still use a Devolution Spray or something. Devolution Spray and Energy Burst. But they need 2 energies. Oh my gosh, Crimorant! Ah! Oh my god, that was so close! I was very confident they're gonna use Spit Shot to knock out our active Didin. That was crazy. Okay, they're gonna use Crimorant later though. Let's just save that one, because that's gonna be knocked out next turn anyway. Hey. Shit. Probably gonna use the Spit Shot for this one. Oh my gosh, so many mistakes. What's wrong with me? Okay, that's fine. Let's just Scar Strike. At least we knocked out a Victini VMAX. That's really good. Oh, 3 prize cards. We actually had the advantage because we are not playing any V cards and we are lightning type, so we get to hit Crimorant for twice the damage, and we get to protect ourselves from max victory. Victini. I love the art, by the way. It looks so good. Like the shape of the head is like perfect. It's not circle, it's not oval, it's like the perfect round. Okay, they have no cards in their hand, probably gonna big catch now, because they are preparing for us not having a switch cards perhaps. But we have a lot of switch. Oh, a Spit Shot. Okay. Oh my god, they killed our Luxray. That's okay, we have a Didin to attack. 50, 100, yep, that's enough actually. But we need to be, yep, okay, we got that, that's good, that's good. We have to discard that one though. So let's put damage counter on that. Discard 2 things. It's very easy, but what am I gonna scoop up though? Okay, I have no choice but to scoop up that one because it's a heavy retreat cost, and I could have scooped up later. Oh, that was stupid. Now I can't use it twice. Oh wow. So we have to discard our experience share because it only allows you to discard 2 cards. You can't discard 1. You have to discard 2 with your evolution roar ability. I should have attached to that one. Oh, we got a switch. We drew a switch as well. Oh wow. Let's get an experience share for Luxray. Let's actually get Electrostep. Electrostep is gonna do 80. Oh, it actually knocks it out. Wow. I did not expect that. Electrostep for the knockout. Ooh. Interesting. Okay, we knocked out a VMAX and a V card, and the last one is a tag team. That's crazy. This is gonna be hard. They have Outrage as well. It's gonna be virtually impossible to knock it out with 1 hit, but not impossible if we have another Morpeko. We can't summon the Morpeko with Rapid Strike style Mustard because it is not a Rapid Strike card. If only we can, because we only have 2 Morpekos in this deck. No space for it. You know, we have 2 Spinning Fans, 2 Pin Urchins, 2 Morpekos, 2 Gilliman Meowth, 2 Gilliman Zigzagoon, and 4 Luxrays. 3 of each Didin GX and Jirachis. And we have no pre-evolution cards. We have no Luxio or Shinx. I almost called it Shaman. Shaman is the leaf grass type, grass flying type. It's not the first stage. It's not the basic Pokemon. Oh, what did they get though? Fire energy, I think. Okay. We have to switch. Darn it. We can actually paralyze it first. We can do static shock. We can't switch though. Oh, we have an escape rope. Perfect. This is annoying. Let's just use Electro Step. Attach to that one. Electro Step. I should have used Meowth. We have so many item cards anyways, not to worry. We need way too many, like even if we do oh, we could have another scoop up net though, because if we did our Tinkly Return, we can just knock it out with another Zigzagoon. But we need a scoop up net. If we don't have a scoop up net, then we can't actually knock it out, because 260 is still not enough. So now we get to Tinkly Return. Let's hope they don't Mellow and Lana or Great Potion. Great Potion, you still get to heal with Great Potion. So hold on, we actually get to play our second Luxray now. Okay, we gotta think a bit. We got Morpeko though. Morpeko would be nice. Let's just discard stuff. Yeah, we have 7 cards left in the deck anyways. Let's just discard. Discard some more. We don't even need to use our Meowth. Discard even more. And then Rapid Strike Sour Mustard for our second Luxray. Okay, we can't play our Lightning Energy because we are almost milling ourselves to death. We're almost done. If they boss order us, then we are done actually. Unless we get a scoop up net. This is scary. Because we have 2 turns left. If they boss order our Meowth, we Okay. You're probably playing a Kyogre, Amazing Surge. There's 80 damage to all of our Pokemon. We have no Mews. That means that's gonna be horrible. If they play 2 Amazing Surge, we are done for. They don't even need they don't even need a telescopic sight because we are playing only Didin GXs. So 2 Amazing Surge is enough to knock out all of our Pokemon. Marnie, there we go. Thank God we discarded that. Amazing Kyogre, what I say? Okay. Electro Step. What can we do here? Attack the wound. We can play a Jirachi. Okay, good. Wow, the first one. Okay, that's super good. Let's play a Jirachi. Let's get something important because we already get to attack all of their Pokemon with our Spinning Fan, so we don't need Zigzagoon anymore. We actually get to call another basic. So let's call Tapu Koko. Do we have basic energies? No. So let's call Meowth instead. Or maybe Attack the Wound. Because they're not playing a high HP Pokemon. We can actually knock them out with Morpeko. Because Morpeko is 90 HP. They're gonna need Zigzagoon to knock out Morpeko. With only 1 Amazing Surge hit. Otherwise they're gonna need to hit twice for a Morpeko knockout. We definitely need to play Didin now because we need an energy card. Do we have we can't play Marnie anymore. Yeah, no point. We're gonna have to discard our Mustard. Sorry about that, it's freezing a little bit. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's good, that's good. Got experience share as well. Fabulous. But we actually had to discard 1 Mustard. We're down to 2 Mustards. They might be in our prize card, so we can't really rely on Mustard anymore. Okay, we can knock out the Dragonair. They have their second one ready though. Okay, no cards in their hand. That is fabulous. Fabulous. We're not gonna play Marnie because that is gonna give them the advantage. So Scar Strike. 200 damage on our second turn, I think. I think it's the 3rd turn. I'm not sure which turn this is. Turn 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, our 3rd turn we deal Scar Strike because it's 2 energy costs. So unless you have Tapu Koko, unless you have energy in your discard pile and a Tapu Koko Prison Star, you can't play your Scar Strike on your second turn. You can't attack on your second turn. It's already an amazing feat to bring it out onto your bench, into play, a Luxray on your second turn, let alone to attack on your second turn. That's virtually impossible. So to summon your Luxray and to attach 1 energy is already good enough. And then attack on your 3rd turn, that's fine because, you know, that's still not bad given the stage of this Pokemon. Given that it's a stage 2 and how difficult it is to put it in play. Might be better to play a Buzz-Up Generator because the Buzz-Up Generator allows you to attach 2 already. I might play an Electro Step here. Let's just charge Didin. They are afraid of lightning types, so Didin can actually knock it out. So let's play Electro Step. That one. Because ADP is not charged. We don't have to worry about ADP because they can't actually use Metal Saucer for ADP. Energy Switch, they're gonna have to use it one by one. So very unlikely for them to charge their ADP already. But they can actually knock out a lot of our Pokemon now. Oh my god, that's bad. But if they attack with their amazing card, we get to knock it out already. We can even knock it out with a Dideen. Oh, they got their second one. That's bad. Their Dragonite is scary. Have to prepare for that Dragonite. We have no... They drew 3 prize cards. That's crazy. Okay, let's put that one. We might even do better attacking with our Tapu Koko. Should we put Jirachi? I'm a bit scared of putting that Jirachi. Yeah, let's put it. They can, if they use Amazing Surge, they can actually win already. So if they don't use Amazing Surge, if we can be fast enough to prevent them from using another Amazing Surge, then that would be great, because 1 is enough to knock out 2 of our Pokemons for the win. To draw all prize cards. I'm gonna see what we have in our deck. 1 mustard, 2 mustards. Okay, okay. Let's get Dideen. No mustards. Okay, that is a little bit annoying. Tinkly Return or Static Shock? Let's do Static Shock. We have to knock out the ADP. No, we have to knock out that one first. No boss orders in this deck. Only we have one. Don't Rare Candy evolve, please. If they Rare Candy evolve, we're done. Oh my god. Marnie. Dang it. Sorry guys, I got a bit focused on the game. I forgot to narrate. So I'm trying to knock out the Dratini before it evolves, and then worry about Kyogre later, because if they don't charge it fast enough, they can't knock us out, and we have to do our Tingly return, otherwise they're gonna knock out our Didine. So we are forcing them to do 2 hits, otherwise they're gonna have to otherwise they can actually win the game with only 1 hit. Marnie again. We can actually scoop up our Luxray and then use another mustard. Okay, there's no point now. Oh, that's bad. Oh, we got a Viridian Forest. They gave us a Viridian Forest. Okay, we have to think which to discard. Let's discard Great Ball. One last one. Okay, they can use a Turbo Patch still, but I just really don't want them to be using that one. Let's not put too many. 80 is not enough though. Let's just put that later. Let's see what we can get with... Actually no, we can't do that. There really is no point getting a Luxray because we have no more energies. So let's just knock that out. This is a very tricky game. Oh, I forgot to use my Tapu Koko. Oh, darn it. We had to use Tapu Koko. Shit. Okay, we have to use Mustard to draw now. If we don't use Mustard to draw, we're done. Let's hope we get an item card. Oh my god, they use a BD. Well played. Ooh, that was close. Sad face. Hello. Oh, no switch, thank god. We still can't do anything though. What do we have in our deck? Oh my god. Looks like we have to pass the turn. All they need is an energy, then we're done. Yep, they win the game. They actually use Stellar Wish. You can retreat though. Why did they use a Stellar Wish? They probably have a switch. Yep, that's a switch, I think. A Didine, probably? Dragonair. This is torture. Just waiting for our verdict. Oh, thank God. Okay. We just got another Pokemon. Like, what the hell? Oh, we can actually use Viridian Forest. My bad. So let's hope we get Mustard. Okay, thank God. 13 cards left, 2 Mustards in the deck. Okay, the reason we had to play Mustard first before using our Tapu Koko Prism Star is because we actually need to save the Dideen. So we need our Escape Rope before we use our Tapu Koko. We actually need to use Electro Step now and Dideen afterwards. That's how ridiculous this is. Scar Strike actually knocks it out. Wow. Oh my God. We actually knock it out with Scar Strike. So there's no point charging the Luxray because we can only do 40 damage with Electro Step. Oh, we can actually save that one though. So we knocked out that one because it's weak towards lightning. We can Tinkly to return the next turn and then use Scar Strike again. Electro Step. We can actually use Electro Step now. Oh dear, they used a BD. We should have charged the other one because we have a Tinkly return. Forgot about the energy cards. You got to save those as well. Crushing Hammer. They need switches though. Like, why don't they have switches in their deck? They have very few switches. Only 2 switch. Scoop Up Nets, Escape Rope. Like, you need a lot of those if you are playing Jirachi. What can we do now? We don't have to worry about Tinkly Return now because we actually got rid of that Kyogre. So let's play this one because we got to retreat later. We should have put Jirachi and then switch to that Jirachi, but we don't have any more switch cards, I don't think. 1 Escape Rope, 2 switches, 4 Scoop Up Net. We have 2 more Scoop Up Nets. Could be in the prize card. Oh, they just let us win. They have an ADP though, like they have an ADP fully charged. All they need is a switch. They just need to retreat really. They have a Viridian Forest even. All they need is to wait for the Jirachi to stop sleeping and then retreat. But I suppose if they have their ADP, or we can actually attack Electro Step once more and then Scar Strike. So all we need is Electro Step, Scar Strike to knock out the ADP. Or we can actually Electro Step, knock out 2 Jirachis. That would have been smarter actually, to knock out 2 Jirachis, but they can still scoop it up. So bad thing about targeting the Jirachi is they can actually scoop up their Jirachis and max heal it all over again. So there's no point targeting Jirachi actually. So Electro Step, Scar Strike, we need 2 more strikes, but they could knock out our Luxray, meaning we have to Tingly Return for a Scar Strike. So Tingly Return means we need 2 more turns to be able to charge our second Luxray with the energy cards from our Didin GX, so that we get to do Scar Strike once more. So after Tingly Return, they can't attack because they're paralyzed unless they switch their Pokemon or whatever. And then that means we need another 1 turn because they are paralyzed, they can't do anything. We attach an energy and then they can attack once more. Obviously, if they have a boss order, then we are screwed. So this is just like what do you call that? A scenario case sort of thing, because we can't really predict the future. It's just, you know, a speculation. So if they don't concede, they can still play their Altered Creation, but obviously they have 3 prize cards left. It's very unlikely for them to win unless they switch in time and knock us out in time. But obviously our best bet for that game is if we use Electro Step first before using Scar Strike, because all we need is another Electro Step for the knockout. Or we could even use Scar Strike first, then use Morpeko Attack the Wound. I think we have 1 more Morpeko left, not really sure. But Morpeko is a very strong card to add in that deck, because Morpeko actually adds 60 damage after you have damaged them with your Scar Strike. 200 plus damage plus 60 is enough to knock out a tag team, is enough to knock out a VMAX even sometimes if you attack the wound twice. So obviously Morpeko is a 1 price card, so if you trade 2 Morpekos and 1 Luxray for a VMAX card, then that's essentially the same thing. So you know, it's essentially the same as them drawing 3 you drawing 3 price cards is the same as them knocking out 3 1 price Pokemons. So that's how powerful Morpeko is. Sometimes they may play only tag team or V cards, so all you need to do for that deck is to play your Luxray as fast as you can, Scar Strike for the knockout, because Scar Strike does 200 damage plus that 10 or 20 damage with your Spinning Fan and Galarian Zigzagoon. You get to knock out a Pokemon V very fast. So this is how powerful this deck is, but as I said, it's 2 energy attack costs and it is a stage 2 Pokemon. That means we need to play our Mustard card. So so this is a very difficult card to play, because Mustard requires you not only to empty your hand but also to discard your Luxray, have your Luxray in your discard pile. Otherwise you cannot play this card, you cannot summon your stage 2 Pokemon, which is the only Pokemon that we are relying heavily upon that can do heavy damage to our opponent's Pokemon. So 2 energy cost is a very difficult thing. We don't have BD, we don't have Turbo Patch. Turbo Patch does not work for Luxray, by the way, because Luxray is a stage 2, it's not a basic Pokemon, so you cannot charge it with a Turbo Patch, even if you flip a hits. So it also doesn't work for V cards or GXs. No, sorry, Turbo Patch works for V cards, it doesn't work for GX cards. So we also have Meowth in this deck. Meowth allows you to discard 2 cards from your hand, allowing you to empty your hand so that you get to play your Mustard. And we are also discarding our hand with our Radars and Quick Balls, and we have a lot of item cards. That means we get to use them up and reduce our hand to only 1 Mustard card, essentially allowing us to play that card, summon our Luxray onto our bench, and draw an extra 5 cards. And we even get to play a Didin afterwards to draw even more cards. The reason we need to draw cards is because we need to summon our energy cards, and also we need to discard our basic energy into the discard pile as fast as we can, so that we get to use Tapu Koko's Dance of Ancients ability, because that actually speeds up our energy attachment, which is very important for this deck, because Luxray, as I said, Scar Strike requires 2 energies, and that is pretty heavy. Even our Tingly Return also requires 2 energies. And sometimes we are lucky, they may be weak towards Lightning type, we can even use Static Shock for a knockout. So you never really know. As we saw in the earlier game, we actually knocked them out with a Didin Static Shock. A Kyogre, the first Kyogre knockout, we did it with a Didin GX. And we didn't even use a Tingly Return, we used a Static Shock. So that's how powerful weakness is. Sometimes if you have the weakness advantage, it would be really great. But if you don't, if they are playing a fighting type, then you're basically screwed, because Luxray doesn't do a lot of damage. You know, we are relying on doing it fast enough, and also having it as a 1 prize card. You know, if your opponent knocks out your Luxray, they only draw 1 prize card. If you knock out your opponent's V card, you draw more than 1. So Morpeko also allows you to knock out a tag team. If they play a tag team that does not keep switching, then you get to Morpeko for the knockout. Otherwise, you're gonna have to Electro Step. Electro Step also allows you to knock the bench Pokemon. So if you attack the bench Pokemon, if they're already heavily damaged, you can knock it out unless they protect their Pokemon from damage like a Mew. So, or with a Metal Goggles, they actually reduce that damage to 10. So it's important to note those cards. If they play a lot of Metal Goggles or a Mew, then Spitting Fan actually doesn't work because it only does 10 damage to each of their Pokemon. And Metal Goggles also protect them from Galarian Zigzagoon, so it's important to know that if they play Metal Goggles, you actually cannot use your Scar Strike. You cannot use your Scar Strike for 200 damage, you can only do it for 100 damage, and you need to use Scar Strike, you know, before you damage them, because you can't attack in any other way. Electro Step only does 10 damage if they play Metal Goggles, and if they have a Metal Goggles, you can't do any damage with any other attacks from this deck, except with a Static Shock only does 20 damage. So Metal Goggles is a deck killer for our formation. We also have Speed Energies in this deck. Speed Energy allows us fast draw 2 cards for every energy that we attach to our Pokemon. And obviously we only get to use 1 Speed Energy per turn, but it is 2 extra cards. Sometimes you may draw the right cards into your hand, you never really know. So that's how powerful Speed Energy is. Obviously you can't use that special energy card with your Dance of Ancients ability or with your with any other abilities. I can't remember what other card attaches energy uses a special energy. Alright, Experience Share, my bad. So you can't use Experience Share to attach a special energy from your active Pokemon that gets knocked out. It can only recycle your basic energy card. So you need to have that in mind. Don't attach way too many special energies to one Pokemon, because that is not a good investment. Because if you attach basic energy, you get to save that, recycle it onto your bench Pokemon. You get to use it twice. So that's important to note. Don't attach way too many special energies to a single Pokemon, and don't discard your special energy. Discard your basic energy because you get to Tapu Koko to save that energy later on. So it's important to prepare for later on. Early on in the game, it's important to prepare for your next Mustard. After you have already played one, you already have to prepare in your mind for the next Mustard. What do I have to do now, right after summoning your first Luxray, to prepare for the next one? So that's how tight this deck is, because Luxray is stage 2 and it's pretty much a very weak Pokemon because it's 2 energy costs for only 200 damage. Obviously 200 is a lot, but there is a condition. You need to damage counter them first. And otherwise it only does 100 damage, and it's pretty much very weak. 200 is not even enough to knock out a V Pokemon, a GX Pokemon if they are high HP. Obviously it's enough to knock out a low HP V Pokemon, but what I'm trying to say is VMAX is impossible unless with 2 hits, and they can very easily knock out your Luxray with 1 hit, and it is super difficult to summon 1 Luxray even onto your bench. If they boss auto knock it out, that is very heavy for us. It's a huge cost for us if they boss auto knock out 1 Luxray even, because we are gonna have to think about using our next Mustard, which is the most difficult card in the world to play. I'm not kidding. So hope you guys enjoyed our Mufasa's Adversary deck featuring the Scar card, Luxray. So the reason it's called Mufasa's Adversary is because Mufasa, Lion King, his rival is Scar. So Scar, Luxray, Scar Strike. So this is basically the background of our deck story. So hope you guys enjoy it. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. If you find our videos interesting, entertaining, or fulfilling in any way, please also check the description for any extra infos. Check out our playlists and other videos as well. We make a lot of new decks featuring Battle Styles cards, Vivid Voltage cards, any other cards. If you want to challenge us, put in the comment below any cards that you want to make a deck out of, or that you want us to perfect for you. Then challenges below, ask any questions you like in the comment section below. So we'll see you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed this one. Keep playing, keep having fun. This game is about having fun, and keep exploring new territories. Explore new ways of putting different cards together, finding your own combination, things that work well for you, and abilities, trainer cards, stadium cards, any cards that work together well. tweak and grind, go for a lot of gameplays, practice until you find out which combo works best, and then perfect it over and over and over again until you make it the best deck ever. And be original. Like, I can't stress it enough. Please be original, because we see a lot of meta decks in the versus ladder. I wish people would be more original. I'm very happy to be up against the Kyogre deck just now. The Kyogre deck just now is actually very original because they added ADP, they added BD in their deck. BD Kyogre is unheard of because people don't usually play BD if they're playing a Kyogre Dragonite deck. But if you're playing a BD, it's actually powerful because you get to speed charge your Kyogre even faster. You don't need to rely on a rare candy evolution, but it might be bad because you still need a Viridian Forest, you still need to get out your energy cards, and BD is a supporter card. You have to think about that supporter cost, that, you know, you can't play any other supporter cards for that turn. So it's something to note, you know, all of the upsides and downsides of each card that you play is very, very important. You know, even though those tiny details might seem like they are skip worthy, they cannot be skipped. You cannot look past them. Like, nothing can be looked past. Everything is super important. You have to take everything into account. No mistakes, no fooling around, no horsing around. Everything is precious. You gotta be super alert, super careful every step of the way throughout the entire game from the very beginning. So that's all for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed our flavor for this deck. Keep fighting for more victories. Rapid strike, single strike, or ultra strike style. Bye guys!